Okay, so let's come sitting with our straight spines. And just give yourself a moment to adjust yourself into your best seated posture. Gently closing your eyes down. And just for now, letting go of the outside world. Letting go of your name, your identity, any titles. And you almost just become body and breath. Noticing how your sit bones and your tailbone feel as they meet the floor, your legs and your feet, all belonging to the root chakra. And just a gentle pressing of the root down towards the earth, so just the pelvis, just moving down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in, and as you do so, just lengthening your spine. You take the shoulders up to the ears and lift out of the pelvis. Exhale and roll the shoulders back behind, drop them down, feel a sense of openness in the chest area and further lengthening in the spine. Gently tucking the chin in slightly, just enough to lengthen the back of the neck. And just taking a moment here, connecting in with your breath, bringing the breath all the way down into the belly. Pausing at the top of the breath. And to breathe out, just gently draw your navel back to the spine and just let the breath fall out. And turning the backs of the hands onto the thighs. We're going to inhale as we lift up, drawing energy upwards, and exhale as we bring the hands down, palms facing down towards the earth. And as always, I just ask you just to tune into this. You just might be able to feel very subtly the feeling of your hands drawing the energy up and down, or even just the feeling of your hands as they move through your energy field. You can close the eyes if you wish. The next time the hands come up, let's take them into high prayer above the head. This is bringing the yin and yang together, the masculine and the feminine. Slowly draw them down through your midline. Nestle your thumbs into your sternum, perhaps circling the thumbs 3 times. Gently rubbing them against the chest bone. Relax the shoulders. And here, just setting your intention for yourself, for the rest of your week, maybe for today, maybe just for this class. And if there's anyone you'd like to bring to mind during this quiet time, just doing that as well. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, gently dropping your chin to your chest, opening your eyes with your gaze downwards, and relaxing your hands down. So we're just going to begin gently working with the eyes. Maybe you can see my eyes from here, I'm not sure. But we're just going to begin to look to the left and the right. So it's just side to side. Keeping the head nice and steady in a neutral position. Now we're going to look up and down. Then we're going to circle the eyes in a clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise. Just do that a couple more times. Then we're going to bring our intention to mind. And you're going to rotate the eyes very slowly in a big circle as you say your intention quietly to yourself. And then the opposite way in a big circle. And then relaxing the eyes down. Just taking a moment. Begin to gently now look over your right shoulder. Again, keeping the eyes open this time, and we're just looking as far as we can over that right shoulder, never overstretching or forcing anything. And just keep going from side to side at a pace that suits you. Finishing up on the left, come back to center, drop the chin to the chest, and feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Lift the chin up, we're going to interlace the hands, take them to the base of the neck. So there's a really nice sort of sweet spot there where your head can just rest into your hands. And from there, you're just going to gently pull upwards. So it's like you're lifting your head upwards and lengthening your neck, which is exactly what you are doing. And then relax the hands. And again, just this gentle lift. And relax. And one more time. And then relax the hands down. Now we're going to interlace the hands at the chest. And we're going to press quite firmly, but it's almost like the skin you're pressing on. And you're going to just gently push the skin downwards as you tilt the chin upwards. And you get a lovely openness happening here. It's just gently pushing down, lifting the chin up, and then relaxing, relax the hands. And then we go again, gently pushing down, lift the chin up. And relax. One more time. And relax. Okay, we're going to take the shoulders now up to the ears on an inhale. And exhale, relaxing down. Inhale up, exhale down. If you can, breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale up, hold, and exhale down. And we're going to take our left arm onto the floor in towards the hips, or the hip, left hip, and then the right hand comes overhead. And you want to lift out to the right side of the pelvis and stretch over as far as you comfortably can. And just you can bring a bend into the left elbow if you feel you can stretch a little bit further. And then we're just going to begin to go from side to side. Make yourself as long and tall as you can as you stretch. Once you know what you're doing, you can just gently close the eyes down. You stretch into the fingertips. And now we'll finish up leaning over to the right side. Inhale to the center, exhale and relax. And just take a moment and just feel into your body and see how it's feeling now as it has begun to stretch and awaken. Okay, we'll make our way now onto all fours. Wrists are below the shoulders, the knees are below the hips. We're inhaling as we lift our tailbone, gently lift the head, roll the eyes up towards the crown, and then exhaling as you gaze in towards the navel, take the spine all the way up to the ceiling. And begin moving now from one to the other with ease and with grace. Using breath with the movement. Inhale up, hold. Exhale, take the bum back to the heels. Slide the hands out and gently lower the chest and the head down towards the floor. And looking between the hands, just going to gently tuck the toes under, so you're lifting your butt up, tucking the toes under. And we're just going to come, lifting the knees off the floor. So we're just coming into a half dog here. We're not coming all the way up. We're just going to hover here with the knees above the floor and shins above the floor. And then gently coming back down and coming into your child's pose. Lowering the head down. And then again, tucking the toes under, between the hands, lifting the shins up so they're hovering above the floor. And then we're just going to begin to pedal the heels down towards the floor, one leg at a time. Just stretching out calves. No forcing or pushing anything, nice and gentle. And then lifting both heels up as high as you can, and then gently bringing them down as low as you can as you stretch out the back. Connecting with the breath here, just hold your posture. And then again, lifting the heels up. We're going to stay up on the toes. This is a really nice one to the toes as we bring the shins down. We're staying right up on the toes until we have the shins on the floor. And then bringing the toes down onto the floor. Come back to the heels and resting. And sliding the hands in towards the knees, lifting the upper body up. So if you're comfortable in this kneeling position, we're going to do our spinal flexors here. If you're not comfortable kneeling, you can come into a cross-legged pose, or you can put cushions under your bum. So see what works for you. So we're beginning our actual Kriya or yoga set now. It's called the Green Energy and Opportunity set. And it's very much about opening your heart and manifesting. The whole idea really is that when our heart is open and when we're in sort of that loving flow with the universe, that the things that we need start to come to us. And that's the whole idea of this. And the green energy is the energy, it's the color of the heart chakra, or the heart center. So hence the name, the Green Energy and Opportunity set. So the hands are on the knees. So with the focus of the heart in mind, we're inhaling as we come forward. Tailbone is coming out behind, and exhaling as we come back. Now remember, when we do this, all we're doing is flexing the spine. The chin stays in a neutral position. The hands stay glued to the knees. We're flexing the spine back and forth. And again, just beginning to marry the breath now with the movement. And close the eyes down. Bring your awareness down into your heart. When we come into the heart, we come into a space of gratitude. So the greatest way to attract new things into your life is to show gratitude for what you already have. As your spine is warming up, should I say, and loosening up, just begin to make these flexors a little bit stronger and a little bit faster. Take a deep breath into the center. And root lock, drawing on the pelvic floor muscles, the buttocks, the navel. Gently draw energy up your spine. Relax, release. Let's take a moment sitting in stillness. When you're ready, gently opening your eyes and stretching your legs out in front of you, and stretch right into the foot soles. And give your legs a bit of a massage. And up down the sides of them. Up the insides. Okay, so next we're going to do what are called body drops. which are actually really relaxing for all the muscles in the body, but they don't necessarily feel that relaxing while you're doing them. You take the hands to the sides of the body. My palms are facing forward, fingertips facing forward. And then you're going to lift as much of your weight up off the floor on an inhale as you can, and then you literally drop yourself back down on your exhale. So really strong people with upper body strength, good upper body strength, can lift their whole weight off the floor now. I can't do that, but I can get my butt up, so it's getting my bum up and dropping it down. Inhale up, exhale down. And it's like little shock waves going through the body, but what it does is it releases tension in the muscles. And just watch that you're not holding the breath. So sometimes we can be inclined to hold the breath while we're doing it. Just make sure you are breathing. One more time. Inhale up, hold, and exhale down. And just take a moment and just sense into your body. Be aware of your heart. And then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. So before we go on to the next one, I want to just teach you a breath called Breath of Fire, which I don't think we've done before. So what we're going to be doing is, on your exhale, you're going to be pulling your navel back towards your spine, clipping it in. So we actually start off practicing with the exhale, and we don't worry too much about the exhale, or the inhale, should I say, because that's just going to come naturally. But the exhale is going to come out through the nose. So you're going to pull your navel back towards your spine and sniff out. So it's like, okay? And just watch that you're not doing the reverse of it. Another way to, actually I'll do this, but a good way to learn it is what we call puppy dog breath. So you stick your tongue out, you're like a little puppy dog that's parched. And you're going to pull your navel back towards your spine with the tongue out, and it's like a and we'll just do that for a second. Tongue out. I don't know if you can see that my tummy is coming back towards my spine. It's like pumping each time. And then we're going to close the mouth and do that through the nose. Okay, so hopefully you have it some little bit, and if you don't worry about it. You can do long, deep breathing if you really feel that you haven't got it. Often what people do is they do it for a little bit and then they have to stop and sort of reset it. So that option is there for you as well, just to keep checking in, am I doing it okay, and then starting again. So we're going to come down into a very low squat with our heels off the floor. We're going to bring the hands in between the legs. The index fingers are pointed upwards. Now, if you can bring the heels to the floor, actually, sorry, I'm teaching this wrong. If you can bring the heels to the floor, you do, but that's not available to everyone. Index fingers are pointed up, left thumb is over right, and you're almost pushing the knees open with your elbows. And then we're going to do that breath of fire here in this position. So closing the mouth, gently pulling the navel back towards the spine and sniffing out. A deep breath in, root lock. Let's pelvic floor muscles, buttocks, navel. Draw the energy up towards the spine. Exhale, relax. Gently relax the hands down to the floor. Now we're just going to come up, lifting the bum up towards the ceiling and then coming up one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position. Roll the shoulders back, shake the legs out. So we want to get our heart kind of pumping now and almost, beating really strong and fast. We're going to begin a good strong march, and it's opposite hand to leg, so it's the right knee up and the left elbow, and then the opposite. And we're going to go fairly fast, as lively as you can. And then we're going to turn towards the right, keep going. And we're going to turn right again. And turn again. Good, keep going. Doing great. And turn back to your starting position. Another tiny little bit. Slowing down now. Slowing down. I felt that. Okay. So give your legs a little bit of a rub again. Okay, now we're going to come down to sitting. And this next one is a little bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously. But the idea of it is to really bring yourself into a very open position. And it's a position in which to receive in. It can feel quite vulnerable, I think, sometimes for women coming into this position. But at the same time, it's often in our vulnerability that we receive the most, when we soften and we open. So, you're going to just become aware of your sit bones. Now the soles of my feet on the floor, knees are up, and I'm just kind of rocking a little bit on my sit bones. And then you're going to take your hands, you're going to interlace your index finger around your big toe. And when you're leaning back slightly, lift the heels off the floor and just play around here for a moment or two, see how your balance is. Now we've different ways of doing this. So one is to lift the right leg out and hold. Actually, we'll start off this way. Take the right leg out and then bring it back in. Left leg out. Good. And bring it back in. And now we're going to do the two legs out. And for some of you that mightn't be available to you, but do your best, the best you can with it, or go back to doing individual legs. So you find something to gaze at, and you just hold this posture, connecting with your breath. Good. You might fall over, just have a giggle and just be playful. I'm just going to hold it for another little bit. And then slowly and mindfully bring the legs in, one leg at a time. We come out of it with as much ease and grace as we can. And just take a moment. Okay, so our next posture is a tricky little one. And again, do your best with it. So you're going to bring your left heel in and you're going to sit on it, but you want it in the area of your perineum. So that's between the front and back passage. So again, this isn't always easy for everybody. If you can't sit on it that way, just take the leg out to the side like so. See if you can sit on it. Try that first. And then you're going to take the right leg, and you're going to take the right ankle onto the left thigh, and the right knee rests on the floor. Now again, if that's not available to you, you can bring something under that right knee, like a cushion that you can rest it on. I don't want it hovering like that because that's just going to be really uncomfortable for you. So see what's available to you. And often, if you can't get right into a position, just close your eyes and visualize yourself in it. The mind doesn't really know the difference. Okay. So I think this is our first bit of chant that we've done in these classes. We're going to use a little bit of chant now. And we're going to do the sounds ong, so, hung. And on the hung, you're going to bring your navel back towards your spine. And the translation of what you're saying is, I am that I am. So we bring the hands into prayer at the heart center, thumbs into the sternum, holding your posture as best you can. Lengthen your spine. Gently close your eyes down. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale. Just take a moment. Just feel the vibration of the mantra. And then gently relaxing the hands down, relaxing the legs out, give them a little bit of a rub. And we're back into easy pose. Relax the shoulders down, and we're going to stretch the arms out to the side. We're stretching into the fingertips, and the palms are facing up to the ceiling. You want to keep the chest nice and open. So watch that there isn't a bend in the elbows, or you're not drooped forward or anything. It's really upright, and hands stretched right out. And in this position, we're going to begin our breath of fire again. So just drawing the navel back towards the spine as you sniff out. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and just imagine energy moving from your left hand all the way over to your right hand, like a big arc going across the top of your head. Exhale. Another deep breath in, and this time just strengthen that energy. You can see it like a green arc going from the left hand over to the right, perhaps even a rainbow going over you. Deep breath in, visualizing the energy. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Really stretch into the fingertips. And exhale out, and then slowly and mindfully bring the hands down and just take a moment. Now the next few movements are all about the arms and the hands. And the hands and the arms are directly connected in with the heart chakra, and we express ourselves when we shake hands, though not at the moment, and when we hug and we gesticulate and we bring our hands to our heart. And so there's great expression in our hands, but great connection as well with our heart chakra. So the next one we're going to be doing is just bringing the arms back behind the head, elbows are lifted and out, and we're just going to begin to bow forwards like so, as far as you comfortably can. You'll notice after a few you'll be able to come down a little bit further. Just hinging at the waist. Don't force it or push it. If you wish, you can put a cushion in front of you to meet your head. When we bow down, we're bringing the mind down to serve the heart, to serve the truth of the heart. And then the next time you come down, we're going to stay down, connect in with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale, relax the arms down. Now arms are straight out in front, fingertips pointed down towards the floor. And with a strong breath, you're going to inhale, take the right arm straight up by the ear, exhale down, and then the left arm inhale up and exhale down. You're doing great, keep going. Really nice lymphatic drainage here as well. Inhale, both arms up. Stretch. And then on your exhale, we're going to come straight into our next posture. So you're going to interlace the hands here and bend the elbows, and we're going to begin to pump up and down. So inhale up and then exhale down. It's about from the third eye space down to the navel. Strong breath. You should be able to hear your breath. And feel a breeze in front of your face. Deep breath in. And exhale out and relax. And take a moment. And now we're going to come back into our kneeling posture. Again, if cross-legged is easier for you, you may do the cross-legged one. We're going to take the hands above the head. Interlace the hands, index finger pointed up, left thumb over right. Stretch as much as you can. The arms are hugging right into the ears and stretched up. And you're going to bring your navel in towards your spine, and you're going to mentally say I, and then as you relax your belly, you're going to say I, or am, should I say. So it's I as the tummy comes in, am as it relaxes. I am, I am, I am. Take a deep breath in, hold. And now I want you to think of a positive word that you can add to I am regarding yourself. So whatever it might be, everybody will have their own one. We're going to bring the hands into a teepee shape now. So fingertips are together and thumbs. We're not going to drop the hands down. And as you draw your navel in and relax it, you're going to say that word that you had. So it's I am whatever. Let's say happy. So I'm just going to bring my navel in. It's happy. Relax it. It's happy. 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 Deep breath in. Exhale out. We're coming back into the index finger pointed up. We're nearly there. Keep the hands stretched. You're doing great. Now we're going to do the whole phrase. We're not going to pump the navel. So whatever your whole phrase was, I am secure, I am happy, I am positive, whatever it is. Keep the arms stretched. Deep breath in. Stretch up as much as you can. Lift up. Root lock. Draw the pelvic floor muscles, the buttocks, and navel. And then exhale out. Release your lock. Release your hands down. And just remain still. Eyes are gently closed. Elbows are in by the sides of the body. Palms are facing outwards. Beautiful energy in your hands. And just begin to visualize something that you would like to invite into your life. So just get a vision of something that you would like. It can be a material thing, a physical thing, or it can just be more peace in your life or calmness. Whatever it is, just visualize it, see it, feel it, as though it was there. So even if it's a material thing, see it as already there, already existing for you. It could be a new job, it could be anything, it could be a house. And then start to say thank you for it. Feel the energy in your hands. Feel a sense of gratitude. And just keep saying thank you. And now begin to say thank you for all the things that you do have. All the good things you have in your life. And then when you're ready, you can just gently relax your hands down and give yourself a moment to come lying on your back. I will make sure we're finished on time this week. I apologise about last week. So just come lying on your back. You can bend your knees if you wish and have the foot soles on the floor. Or stretch the legs out and let the heels and feet gently fall out to the side. Become conscious of the feeling of your spine as it meets the floor or the mat. Conscious of Mother Earth beneath that. And just of being held. And in that knowing that you're being held, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just surrender completely. Either bring your hands to rest on your belly, or if they're stretched out to the side, just gently curl your fingers inwards. Tuck your chin in, lengthen your neck. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest and your abdomen. Let your belly become soft and your pelvis become soft. Your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, your feet. Feel a heaviness in the lower half of your body as it sinks down deeper into relaxation. And your shoulders relaxing, the tops of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your palms, your fingers, your arms heavy and relaxed. Each vertebrae in your spine relaxed. Your ribs, your chest, your jaw slackens and relaxes. Cheekbones, brow becomes smooth. Even your scalp is relaxed. And you're simply breathing in and breathing out. Completely knowing now and trusting that your body has gotten everything it needed. Your body, your mind, and your soul are working for you in perfect harmony. And now slowly and gently begin to bring a little bit of movement back in, wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes, stretching, yawning. And when you feel you've stretched enough, just for a moment, curl over onto your right side in a little ball in fetal position. Gently bring yourself up to seated. Take a moment just to wrap your arms around yourself. And just here committing to treating yourself with loving kindness, with great care and great compassion. And then you can just gently open your eyes, take your hands to your heart. And I honor you, I see you, and thank you for joining me this morning. Have a great day.